Hello, today I will be explaining and justifying my two lessons within our vocabulary sequence based on Welcome to Country by Auntie Joy Murphy and Lisa Kennedy. My focus words are traditional in Lesson 2 and community in Lesson 6. The overall sequence was intentionally designed to gradually build students' understanding of how First Nations Australians are connected to country. Earlier lessons introduced students to foundational vocabulary such as welcome and create, which helps students establish basic understanding of the text before moving forward to more abstract Tier 2 vocabulary. My lesson builds directly from prior learning and prepares students for later words such as language, values, and roots. I selected the word traditional because it is a high utility Tier 2 word that students may hear across multiple contexts, but may not fully understand in relation to Indigenous cultural practices. This lesson helps students understand the traditions, practices passed down through generations, which directly links to the cross-curriculum priority of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories and cultures. To explicitly teach this word, I followed Beck, McEwen, and Kugan model of robust vocabulary instruction by including student-friendly definitions, visual representations, morphology instruction, and multiple opportunities for students to apply the word. I specifically chose generation, situation, and context variation 2 because it encourages students to transfer vocabulary knowledge to their own experiences, and word relationships variation 2 because it promotes deeper thinking of asking students to analyze whether something can be both new and traditional. This moves beyond memorization and supports deeper word knowledge. My second lesson focuses on community, which was intentionally placed after country because students first need to understand the importance of the land before exploring how people work together to care for it. The lesson deepens students' understanding of how Indigenous communities share responsibilities, traditions, and cultural practices. I selected generations, situations, and context variation 1 and returning to the story context because both activities require students to connect vocabulary learning directly back to the text, reinforcing both comprehension and vocabulary development. Across both lessons, informal assessment was incorporated through learning rather than left until the end. For example, partner discussions, cold calling, class discussions, sentence writing, and oral recall tasks allowed for continuous monitoring of students' understanding. These formal assessments were appropriate for Year 2 learners because they provide multiple low exposure opportunities for students to demonstrate understanding through speaking, listening, and writing. These lessons also align with the Year 2 English outcome related to vocabulary choices and sentence writing, while also supporting Year 2 HAS content descriptors about First Nations Australian connections to country. Overall, my lessons help scaffold students' vocabulary knowledge in meaningful and culturally responsive ways across the broader sequence. Thank you.